mysterious zombie challenger has arrived, or rather returned from the Golden Land. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. I know I'm a little bit behind on these. Cards aren't on Edo Pro yet, and I've been very, very busy. But I wanted to put together day 11 here because we wanted to do some cool stuff. So, as per usual, we have a deck box giveaway, or rather, something cool and mysterious. All you guys got to do is leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys want to see. I don't know what day 12 is going to be yet. I haven't decided between like Evil Twins or things like that. I want to test. We have adventures planned for this weekend. There's a lot of testing to come, so don't worry about that. So I wanted to showcase one of the cool Eldlich combos that kind of caught my attention out here, and it has to do with Delta of Temptation. Now, you guys remember that we got this really, really cool field spell a while back that does a couple of cool things. So when it's activated, you're going to get to send a level 5 or higher zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then if a zombie monster is on the field, you can also summon a Delta token. It's going to be another zombie monster, and if a monster is added from your graveyard to your hand while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this thing back to your hand, but you can only activate one of these per turn. So the cool little combo here is you're going to go ahead and activate Delta of Temptation, which is going to go ahead and guess what? We're going to get to hop Toos Rubber Goose this Golden Lord straight out of the graveyard here. Now, we're going to have to find a nice little way to get our Golden Lord pulled back up out of the graveyard. So we're going to go ahead and punt off our Spawn Trap card here. We're going to go ahead and add this big boy back to our hand here, and then we're going to go ahead and special summon the Golden Lord himself. Now, since we've got a nice little zombie on the field here, we're going to go ahead and make our token here. From this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to convert our token off of the field. We're going to come on over here, and where is it? Where is he? Oh, boom. We're going to go ahead and make the Link Spider. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to tribute this, and we're going to go ahead and summon out this brand new fusion monster here. Now this thing has to be fusion summoned or special summoned from your hand by attributing a light zombie monster while you have the Eldlich, the Golden Lord, on your field, or it is in your graveyard, and only once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard from the field, you can special summon an Eldlich monster from your deck, extra deck, or graveyard, and you can only use this effect of this card's name once per turn. So guess what we're going to get to go ahead and do? We're going to go ahead and we're going to convert both of these on in to the Silhouette Rabbit here, and then we're going to trigger up one here is going to be the Golden Landman himself, and then the Silhouette Rabbit to go ahead and set. So we're going to go ahead and cheat out this incredibly broken thing, and we're going to go ahead and get to set any one of our trap monsters from the deck, which is probably going to be Conquistador, just to kind of load this on up and do your thing. So now you got Mr. the Golden Lord himself, who's going to be acting as a big fat Eldlich man himself. You got the rabbit, who's basically going to be indestructible, which is actually a pretty big thing. I don't think a lot of people have really, kind of thought about this. And we've got the Kong up and running, and I mean, we're on Hand Trap City. I'm not going to lie to you, that opening little showcase just for this little combo here, this is probably about as good as it's going to get. It's going to depend on how much other zombie stuff you want to jam pack into this, but most of this is going to come down to, how much we can actually throw in here and so forth. Just kind of give you a little bit of an idea here of, what some of these combos and things are going to go with here. Yeah, I know. One of the things I was looking at with this is like how much Eldlich can you shove into this deck? Because as you can see, Torrential Tribute I think was an absolutely mandatory card right now for this deck. You do see I did choose to play the Apophis, which it does have issues in itself, and this Anti-Spell Fragrance is literally glued to my hand. And I'm only playing one Tactile, so a hand like this is actually really good, because this is where you actually get into the Delta of Temptation line here, which is just so frickin' free. Like the free activation, the free go ahead and mill this guy. Alright, go ahead. Man, the fact we actually have the Cursed Eldland here is really, really good. So we'll go ahead and we'll slam this down. We'll go ahead and pay 800 because, we absolutely just love adding up free good cards here. Ooh, we get to add a good card. I think this is one of those cases where we get the Higuero so that we can kind of load on up and do our thing. Go ahead and set this. All right, because remember, dear old pay 800 at a Golden Land. spell and trap card here, so it's time to go ahead, special summon back Fred, kick this off of the field. Now we've got the ever so loving Delta of Temptation line that you just saw, because we'll make the token here, we'll convert this off, we'll go ahead and cheat out Fred here, and then you'll go ahead and just turn both of these off. Go ahead and make the rabbit. Now obviously your opponent can have some forms of interruption here just to kind of cut you off. I mean, it happens. There's not going to be any real major, consequences to this. So this is actually going to be the point where I would go ahead and set this thing on up here. So basically we get this. You're going to have the banish off of this during the end phase to get the Eldlich up. But I mean, like, you're getting this. You're getting the Apophis loaded up here, and then you're going to hit end phase here, banish this, and we'll go ahead and we'll get out. You've got a couple of choices that you could get. You can pull out Scarlet Sanguine, or you can pull out the Eldlich of the Exalted Eldland, which gives you access to put some consistency on the field, because this is going to turn into a free pay 100 as a revolving door each and every turn. But since we do have this set, probably getting this is probably the better call, just to make sure that we can get the steamroll things going. So, I mean, multiple negates here. You have this pop, you have this. I mean, it's basically what this deck's choosing to do right now. You're not going too crazy in terms of the world of deck building, but it's still a very slow control deck. There's nothing wrong with that. I did see that other people are trying out heavier builds in terms of the combo lines. You got the Boulder Drox and things like that, which, I mean, you've got Eldlich is a very expendable deck in terms of the ideas and the lines that you can go down. And I always will like that about this deck. Let's pass on over to the deck list. All right, so starting things off here is our Golden Lord special. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't want to play this deck without 3 Golden Lord. I've seen some versions that are fine with playing the 2, but I feel like you're just hurting your consistency in the ideas of what you want to do. And of course, I mean, it's going to come down to what else you want to put in here in terms of your hand traps. I went with the triple Ash, the 2 Ogre, and of course the triple Imperm. I really like Ogre right now. Obviously, you can go more hand trap heavy if you want to. You can put in Veilers and things like that. It's just going to come down to, what stops do you think you're going to need in order to, slow down the course of the meta. 2 Cursed Eldland is absolutely fine. I also went with the triple Delta of Temptation with the 1 Terraforming. This card is kind of what makes things go around. If you don't see Delta of Temptation, you're kind of put into this awkward position that you're going to put maybe, I'm going to say necessarily like a subpar board on or board up, but the Delta of Temptation just kind of allows the Golden Lord to kind of start this little cycle of coming back and getting a, strong line of things rolling. It's kind of just a Congo line of the Golden Lord to do his thing. Obviously, I did kind of want to play some of the other spell cards, like the ones that special summon the Black Awakening. It was really on my consideration list, but I also stuck with the 1 Tack Talents in here. I wanted to play Pot of Extravagance, but I can't justify it right now. The old mentality with the old build is, you want to, you got to customize your extra deck to do things, which you're going to be playing, 3 of these, 3 Golden Lord, triple of this, triple of this, and it's just going to take away some of the other options. I really don't want to risk that. So, I'd rather just risk the triple Tack Talents to be that little board wipe card when I do need it. I also did go with the Anti-Scam Fragrance in here as a 1-of. I think that's fine. 2 Apophis, which was cute. Triple Conk, your triple Eldlich. Only 1 copy of the Exalted Golden Land Eldlich. This card is good for the recurability that it gives you. I don't see a reason. I did want to try 2, I'm not gonna lie, but I think 2 might be too bad. We've also got the Golden Land Forever, the counter trap, and then you just kind of running through as many floodgates as you can kind of put in here. I mean, all 5 of them are present. You may as well. Also, only 2 Hugwero. You do have this to kind of recycle some things, so there's not really much of a need to bulk down too much on this. And of course, I did choose to play the Judgments in here. I think that these are very important. You are still playing a back row deck, throwing one of these down, and if it doesn't get used, it's not like it can't be food for the Golden Man himself. And And then Torrential Tribute, I still feel this card's very important for board breaks. I did see some lists that were playing Destructive Daruma Cannon, which is also okay. It comes down to what progressively you think your deck's going to need. Extra deck, I mean, 2 Silhouette Rabbits, SP, this. The 1 Varudis, which you do make, does come up. OTK line stuff here with the Dora, and then of course Typhon and Zeus for the board clear, and then 2 of each of these. Obviously you could play 3 of this. There's nothing stopping you from playing 3 of this. Just, you know, it can beam out another Golden Lord itself if it needs to, as an extra little float, but I mean, like, this, you're doing this for the 3,500 aspect of things. This deck is cute. I like it a lot. I'm sorry we didn't get much playtesting in with the theory behind this list, because unfortunately stuff's not on Edo Pro just yet. I assume in the next day or so it will be, and we'll see what we can do about coming back to this. But please, yes, I know, day 11 is very late, but we are here. Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.